The late Canadian Indigenous artist Norval Morrisseau, his colorful pieces and art fraud are being examined in a new play. Indigenous playwright Drew Hayden Taylor's world premiere play, titled The Undeniable Accusations of Red Cadmium Light, is on right now at Prairie Theatre Exchange. Joining us now is the actor in the play, Calla Adubofour-Poku. Good morning, Calla.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about Norval Morrisseau. In case somebody doesn't realize, he was quite famous, Indigenous artist. His pieces are iconic, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell us what sets them apart from other art.
Yeah, like you said, they're so vibrant, so beautiful. He's known for kind of a woodland style art, so lots of vibrant colors, founded in nature, I'd say, and yeah, they brighten up any room they're in, I'd say. And
what's fascinating about his pieces is that it's one of the biggest art fraud cases in the world.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell us about that part.
Yeah, throughout his life, he didn't keep much documentation of his work, so that's one reason that these pieces are often frauded, because there's not too much record of what was his and what wasn't.
Okay.
And it started with his family and friends kind of taking some of his pieces and making them again and then selling them for money, and then it became a larger thing. I think people saw how, I guess, easy that could have been, and then really it became a big bad monster.
So this was actually happening in his lifetime and then beyond his life as well.
Yeah.
So it was happening a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do we know when art fraud has occurred in some of his iconic pieces?
There's a few ways to tell, and it kind of gets into it in the play as well. There's a scanning process that you can do to some of the pieces that will reveal what's underneath the paint. Okay. Sometimes there's pencil drawings of what should go where and stuff like that, and Norval wouldn't do that in his process. He would start with just paint. And there's also various paint colors that only existed at a certain time. Red Cadmium Light, the title of the play,
right,
only existed after, I think it's 1995 or something like that. So if you have a Norval Morrisseau piece dated 1979 and it uses red cadmium light, then you know it's not what it is.
It's fake.
It's a fraud, yeah.
And this was a big deal, and thousands of dollars as well. Okay, so this is what you're delving into the story of this play. Tell us a little bit about what's happening in the story.
Yeah, you find yourself at Otter Lake Reserve, and my character's mother, Najina Gig, is an Indigenous art expert, specifically an expert in finding forgeries and kind of telling if a piece specifically of Norval's is real or fake. And she gets interviewed by a journalist who's doing a story on fake Indigenous art, specifically Norval Morrisseau's. And yeah, that kind of sets the scene, and a lot is revealed through the interview, and it kind of affects the whole world.
It sounds fascinating. And what's really cool is that this has been a partnership with the Winnipeg Art Gallery as well, with their original Norval Morrisseau pieces. Tell us a little bit about how they actually have a presence on stage.
Yeah, we have a few different pieces of his. One is, they're both real, but one is, we kind of present it as the fake in the show.
Okay.
Because we didn't want to give too much time and space to actual forgeries.
Right.
And yeah, we have them. They're very beautiful. They're copies of the originals, and it's so, you can mime it and you can imagine what they look like, and then seeing them in person, even a copy of an original, is it's breathtaking and beautiful.
So the show is on right now, and it runs until March the 8th at Prairie Theatre Exchange, The Undeniable Accusations of Red Cadmium Light.